To actually, I actually recommend you stay on and learn how to train the trainer.
Yes.
Training is one of the most important things that you can do in duplicating your business. Uh, and that's why I do a lot of training, uh, is that I'm really wanting to train the trainers. And uh, so I encourage everybody to stay on. And what we're going to do first is welcome all our new members to the opportunity of your lifetime. And we earnestly mean that. And we're joining something, a force of good. You're joining something that is going to help you and your family create a financial legacy. Uh, and everyone you reach out and touch to, you're going to be able to provide them information that can change their financial lives and help them also create uh, a legacy for their children's children. And it's information. So we're really kind of teachers. We're teaching what has never been taught in our school systems and our economics. And it's basically because the system doesn't want you to know these things. But for the first time, we have an avenue that average people, everyday people, can own gold and silver at the lowest cost for the first time in history. And that never existed before 7K, and it exists now. And that you know that you're getting real product. Now, everyday average people have gotten ripped off through fakes and for decades and decades, or fake advertising, where they thought they were buying a solid 1 ounce silver coin or gold coins, and they got plated coins because they just heard the words, didn't see the fine print, and thought they were getting great deals. But you can never get gold and silver below cost. I mean, you just can't do it. Uh, you got to be buying it direct from a person that's got a dire emergency. That's the only way you get gold and silver below cost. And I've been in gold and silver for 30 plus years. And even I've bought gold and silver from other people who were in dire emergency, but I just couldn't see myself taking advantage of it. I at least gave them spot price for the gold and silver. And whereas like a pawn shop or somebody else would try to take as maximum advantage of them as they could. Well, that's what you've joined with 7K. It's a membership, as you well know. Now, everything you do is by choice, but we encourage you to do my system. I created a system many years ago, uh, and this is my third time in network marketing. I don't just do a network marketing company. I love network marketing. You get to own your own business for under $1,000, and you get to follow a recipe for success. And if you learn how to do that, you will be taught the skills, attitudes, and techniques in your first 2 years that you can succeed too, just like a lot of people you hear about, a lot of people you're going to come to know about. But you must make a commitment. You must make a commitment of at least 5 to 10 hours out of your life a week. You got to treat this like big business. It is a plan B. You can develop a residual income for the rest of your life. And even if you develop a $500 uh, a week extra income, that would be worth it. I think you would agree. And so anything in life you do, you got to learn. Uh, and so I'm going to share with you real quick. I'm not going to go through it. You should have been provided this information by your sponsor. And if you haven't, then you want to ask them for it. And if the sponsor doesn't have it, you won't their sponsor, and you just keep going up until you find a person that's got it. So this basically is my system, and it means you're going to take 2 years to learn. You get to earn while you learn, and anything in life you do, but please read every word on this page. And the system seems simple. It is. I will give you your job description right in front of what you need to do. And this is what you're going to do in this 5 to 10 hours. And you can do all these things, and we teach you how you can, because you can even expose the business to 5 people a day. The way we do it is to pique interest. It's not to explain, not to go through everything and spend an hour or 30 minutes trying to explain something you don't fully understand yet. And you're not expected to do that. No one is. And so most of your time here is going to be spent learning, but you're going to have a partnership that's going to help you expose this business the right way. There is a right way and there is a wrong way. And so we'll learn those, but don't get dejected about it. There's a way to build. We call this a business family pack at the top. If you don't know what that is yet, that's okay. Ask. We're going to explain that to you. We got a little tool. We got a little video that explains it. We got a couple of other information pieces that explains it. And you'll learn that you're part of a big team. And you don't have to create all these people. All you have to do is one on the left, one on the right, and you have that with a business family pack already. So you're in control of your total business. And as the group grows, you grow, and you grow in income. And that's what you would need to understand. The power of exponential expansion does work. You get your 2, and if everybody else is only half as good as you, the next day you can have 4 people in your group, 2 on the left and 2 on the right. And the next day you could have 8, 4 on your left and 4 on the right. If they were only half as good as you got 2 the first day. Or this could be weeks. See, it doesn't matter if these periods of time are days, or if they're weeks, or if they're months, or if they're years. So let me just explain this. What if it took you 12 years to end up with 4,000 people in your organization, with 2,000 on the left, 2,000 on the right? And if they were just buying a coin once a month, 20 points times 2,000 is 40,000 points. Divided by 4 weeks is 10,000 points a week coming up both sides. So you have a chance to make 10,000 a week. And if you only sponsored one on the left and one on the right, you're going to make 500 a week for the rest of your life. See, that's pretty cool. Instead of the 40-year plan, but you're going to be making 500 a week way back here before you ever get to that period of time. But if you're making 10,000 a week, might take 12 years. But that's pretty cool. So understanding the power of exponential expansion and picking the right company. You are with the right company at the right place with the right products. I mean, it's just all there is to it. And so you get a chance for the first time in your life to be in a global business and then and create $1 million business for you and your family. That's the opportunity you have. And I know these 7 pieces of paper may seem simple, but that's how I created organizations of over 70,000 people. And this is the 3rd time I'm doing it. And this time I don't even have to have 70,000 people, and I'm making as much money as I did when I had 70,000 people. I'm making over 10,000 a week now. And I'm 74, soon to be 75. You can do the same thing. And I did it basically part-time in retirement, just having fun trying to help people. And so I want you to read this. I want you to post it up on your bathroom mirror. I want you to post it up on your refrigerator. 2 most common places you're going to be at a lot of time during the day. And I want you to start off your day by reading this every single day. It won't take you even a minute to read it. It's by Charles Swinnock. I want you to then open up the Bible, either to John or Proverbs or Psalm, just open up anywhere, put your finger down, start reading. Read for 15 minutes. You're going to develop skills, attitudes, techniques. You're going to get these leadership principles, perseverance, persistence. That's where they come from. Every leader teaches from that. Doesn't matter what your beliefs are, just go read. Okay? 15 minutes. I don't ask a lot, but that's what I want you to do. And if you do this, you will end up with a very strong belief after 2 years in this industry and what we do in this company. You'll believe in my business building system and the company's built, and you merge the two, and then you got the best of both worlds. And you'll believe in the fact that you can do this too, because it'll be coming true after those 2 years. And in 3 to 5 years, you're employing the skills, attitudes, and techniques you've learned, and you do your IPAs, your income producing activities, every day even better, and you get better and better at it. And in 3 to 5 years, you've built a huge double six-figure business and a global business, because you have infinite levels. That goes infinite levels on both sides right here in that group, all around the world. It goes everywhere. You get credit for anything that happens in this group. And if you're doing a business family pack, you'll have an opportunity to build 2 businesses, but get paid on 3. And if you maximize them, that's $12,500 a week if you become presidential on all 3. And if it took you 12 years to do that, well, that's $1.9 million a year residual income for the rest of your life, for you and your family and your children's children. And that's worth doing. And that's why we want you to be part of 7K and learn how to present the 7K wealth strategies. You can use other people. You can use the videos. You can use the tools. But that's what you want to do in learning this business. The other thing that you should you need to have all 7 of those pieces of paper plus a few more. It's called my system. And if you don't have it, get it. Okay. And so I'm going to share something else with you that you should have already. If you join the business, you should have what I call my urgent 7 emails. And you should, I hope people just pass on a welcome, and I write up a welcome letter. I like to welcome every new member to the group. If I'm provided your contact information, I would have already called you and welcomed you. If I'm not provided it, I can't call you and welcome you. And I don't care if I've got 70,000 people. I did do a personal call and a welcome because you're important. And I want you to know that I know you, and that I'm available to you too, just like I am to my leaders, because you're a future potential leader. And so we have a little welcome letter, but the main thing I'm showing you right here is you have a recipe how to get started. It's just how you fill out the form. It's so you don't make mistakes. It's so that you get to do it and do it right, and you just follow a little recipe, a little instruction, how to do it. It answers questions that aren't answered by the company or the website, or sometimes by your sponsor. But this makes sure all questions are answered and it's done right. And I call that my, let's get started with 7K, how to enroll. And hopefully you're provided that before you actually filled out your application. And please do that with your new people. But you got to get the emails. If you don't have them, ask until you get them. Keep asking until you get them, because that is very important. Duplication. Duplication is the single most effective thing to make a residual income. And when it stops duplicating, your business just gets all fragmented and no one knows what to do anymore. or everybody tries to reinvent their own wheel. And let me tell you, if someone is trying to reinvent their wheel and they haven't been a double six-figure income in network marketing for multiple years, not just 1 year, multiple years. I'm a $1 million earner for 4 years in a row, and I'm about to do it again. And so you want to learn from people who actually know how to do it, not people who think they know how to do it. That is duplication. And that's what's important about developing a long-term residual income. It's not about who does this and who does that. It's not about status. It's not about any of that stuff. It's about people helping people. Now, the number 2 is going to tell you how to do a business family pack the proper way, the way that conforms with policies and procedures of the company, because that's what we want. Okay. And so you need to have this if you're doing a business family pack. And my 1A has a little video that explains how to get started in duplication and success. Hopefully you've seen that. You'll see a lot of the same things I'm doing right here. But I've found in all times in duplicating large organization and building, we have to leapfrog because we have to keep this duplication going by keeping training going like this. That 1A tells you about the business family pack. Okay. And then number 2 tells you how to sign it up. Okay. Now, all 7 of these basic 7K urgent email, you should, like 1A, and 2, you should get the very first day you're signing up. Number 3, you should get after you signed up. And number 4, you should get that next afternoon, that after you signed up. Number 5, you should get the following morning. And number 6, that afternoon. Number 7, you get all 7 of them in the first 4 days minimum that you're done. And if you've eaten them up and you're going through them, then tell your sponsor, send me the next one now. Okay. I don't like for people to be sent all 7 at one time, but it seems that that's kind of started happening. That's not the right way to do it. The right way to do it is you start doing it right with your people you sponsor, and then it'll duplicate right. You send them one way, and 2 when they're signing up. Okay. Hopefully they have that when they're actually enrolling and pay themselves. That's even better. And if you're doing enrollment together, what you do is you pull it up, have it in front of you on the computer as you're enrolling, or on another device while you're enrolling. That's cool. Okay, so that is my 7. That's how we want to get started. And the number 7 is going to give you some compensation plan explanation, and how to build, how to get started, and how to build it with a business family pack way. And after that, you'll get what I call my 21 steps to success emails. And if you notice, I create files in my email system that has the 7 steps. And then I have the 21 steps to success. These are the follow-ups. These are the trainings. You should get this over a 5-week period. You shouldn't necessarily get this all at one time. So your sponsor should be sending these to you after those first 7. Then they start with the 1 through 21. And so I do have a written system. I do have something you can refer back to all the time during this first 2 years as you're learning how to optimize and build a business, along with the company training, because I've integrated the company training into my system, because in the beginning, first 2 years, they did not have a company training. I was the trainer for my group. And many of the other people in the other groups latched onto my training off of YouTube. And so uh, that's how you get started. I really want to welcome you to the team. And 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 I want to understand a little bit about the comp plan. Uh, just some of the basics, okay? And I'll do that because I know you heard it when you had the presentation, but it's really good to just kind of go over some of the real basics on the comp plan. And right here in the presentation, we can do it real quick. And answer the questions about the $1.2 million mistake. There's two things. That $1.2 million mistake, and you'll learn why one of these three coins you need to order every month. This is your overhead. You starting your business for $500 or $900 if you got a business family pack. Okay. Now, you need to order this to keep your business open. You need to be active. If you're active, you can earn checks. If you're not active, you cannot earn checks. You can't accumulate points. None of that happens. So yes, there's a cost to this. But if you're employed in a job, you basically aren't paying for anything. Your taxes that you would have paid Uncle Sam is going to pay for everything in your business, and you're going to have money left over. You're going to actually get more tax money back that way because you're in a home-based business, and personal expenses now turn to business expenses, and you get to write it off. And so your net tax bill gets lowered to pay for all that. Okay, so this is your overhead. Instead of paying rent, instead of paying electricity, instead of paying insurance or whatever to operate your business, and you have an internet-based business that you do at home or anywhere that you go, because it's got 4 websites on it, and you couldn't even get one website for $500 and build it yourself or have somebody build it for you and host it. And so you've got a business, and then this is a product of value. So you even getting something for running and operating your business. Now that when you kind of think about that, that's really something. You're accumulating wealth while you're building a business. There's no other business that does that. So how do we do this? Well, you get a tracking center in the computer now, and it's got a counter on both sides. And you need to sponsor one. You are the emissary. You are the communicator about 7K to people you know, to people in your family. Yes, you need to let your family know about this one. In fact, you need to let your family know about it first. Give them first chance to say no. Because you get to tell them, I told you first. They can't come after you when you're doing really well. And they said, well, Jim, Jack, Judy, why didn't y'all tell me first? You told all those strangers. Well, you get to say, hey, I did. I gave you first chance to say no, remember. Now, you're going to have family members that come back into this that tell you no, that later they're all going to be joining you. Okay. And that's a fact if you do this system the way I teach it. Okay. So you have one person you're looking to partner up with on your left team, one person on your right team, or team 1, team 2. And then this goes for infinity, from country to country, island to island, as 7K opens up. And we've just opened up in some of the Asia Pacific countries, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, and we're going to be opening in more. But I mean, we got enough right now, and Hawaii is sitting on the prefaces for this. In fact, many people in the Hawaii team has already ping-ponged back to the mainland and ping-ponging in the mainland, and then they'll ping-pong back over across the ocean again into other countries. And that's happening right now. And you'll be all part of that. Okay, when you get 500 points up here, 500 points here, you get a $500 check. but they even do better than that now. For an associate, meaning you have to have one on the left, one on the right. If you come in with a business family pack, you already have that. And so when you get 250 points here and 250 points here, they'll give you a $250 half check. And then let's say you got 400 and 500, well, they'll deduct 250 and roll over the rest of the points here. Now, anything over 500 as an associate will not roll over. Now, I have a comp plan video that explains what rolls, what doesn't, when you get points as a copper, when you get points as a bronze, when you get points as a silver. Yeah, I've got a detailed video on that. In fact, I've got 3 videos. Those 3 videos will explain everything about the comp plan. And you can take them one at a time. If you're a person that really wants a blow and go and you want to be a silver in 90 days and get that 100-ounce bar, hey, let us know. We'll get you on the fast track. Okay. And we'll make sure you understand this comp plan. And all you need to know, you don't have to know every detail. You just need to know the minimums to get you to where you want to go in that 90-day period. So the main thing is to learn that part about the comp plan and the fact that everything here comes up to that counter. Everything here comes up that counter. And then when they deduct points, one side is going to become what we call your bank side. And your other side is the minimum side. And that'll become your pay side. Okay. So normally when it'll reset to 0 unless you have leadership points and you roll over, and then you're rolling over commission check even on your pay side. And so you'll come to learn these terms. Don't worry about it right now, but we at least get them introduced to you. Okay. So that's our fast start, quick start introductory training. I'm Bob Reid, and I look forward to working with you. I look forward to meeting you. I look forward to helping you and your team develop a family legacy and a recurring income for you and your children's children. I thank you, and we'll take question and answer.